This story titled, "My Friend Stole My Business Idea and Tried to Launch It First, so I outplayed her and took back what was mine." Hi, my name is Chloe. I'm 28 years old, and I live in Chicago. I've always been a creative and ambitious person, the type who loves to dream big and work hard to make those dreams a reality. But sometimes the people you trust the most can surprise you in the worst ways. That's what happened to me with my so-called best friend, Taylor, who betrayed me in ways I never thought possible. Taylor and I had been best friends since college. We were inseparable, always sharing everything from our deepest fears to our wildest dreams. She was like a sister to me, and I trusted her with everything, including my business ideas. For as long as I can remember, I've wanted to start my own business. I had this idea for a unique online platform that would connect small artisans with customers who appreciated handcrafted, sustainable products. It wasn't just about selling goods. It was about creating a community that valued quality and sustainability. I'd been working on this idea for months, brainstorming, researching, and developing a solid plan. Taylor was the first person I shared it with. She seemed genuinely excited for me and even offered to help. At the time, I thought her support was heartfelt. I had no reason to doubt her, no reason to suspect that she might have ulterior motives. But looking back, there were little signs, subtle questions about the specifics of my plans, overly enthusiastic offers to collaborate, and an unusual interest in the software I was using to design my website. I chalked it up to her being curious and supportive. I mean, she was my best friend, right? I trusted her with everything, even letting her sit in on a few brainstorming sessions. Everything changed one Friday afternoon. I was scrolling through social media when I saw a post that stopped me in my tracks. It was Taylor, announcing the launch of her new business, a platform that sounded eerily similar to mine. At first, I thought it had to be a coincidence, but as I read through her post and explored her website, my heart sank. It wasn't just similar, it was my idea, down to the tiniest detail. The branding, the layout, even the tagline, it was all mine. She hadn't just been inspired by my work, she'd outright stolen it. I felt a wave of emotions, shock, betrayal, anger, and sadness all at once. How could she do this to me? I trusted her with everything, and she had the audacity to steal my idea and present it as her own. I confronted her that same evening. My hands were trembling as I dialed her number, but I was determined to get answers. When she picked up, I wasted no time. "Taylor," I said, my voice shaking, "how could you do this to me? You stole my idea and launched it as your own. What were you thinking?" There was a long pause on the other end before she finally responded. "Chloe, it's not what you think," she said. "I just thought your idea was so good that we could work on it together. I didn't think you'd mind." Didn't think I'd mind. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. "Taylor, you didn't ask me. You didn't tell me. You just took everything I worked for and claimed it as your own. That's not collaboration. That's theft." She tried to justify her actions, saying that she thought I was taking too long to launch and that she was helping me by getting the ball rolling. But her excuses only made me angrier. It was clear she didn't see anything wrong with what she'd done, and that hurt even more. I hung up the phone feeling more determined than ever. If Taylor thought she could get away with this, she was sorely mistaken. I wasn't going to let her steal my dream without a fight. The first thing I did was gather evidence. I went through all our old messages, emails, and notes from our brainstorming sessions, documenting every instance where I had shared my ideas with her. I wanted to make sure I had a solid case in case things escalated further. Then, I focused on improving my business. If Taylor thought she could beat me to the punch, she was wrong. I poured all my energy into refining my platform, making it even better than before. I worked day and night, fueled by a mix of anger and determination. Taylor's business launch gained some traction at first, mostly because she had used my ideas and branding as her foundation. But it wasn't long before cracks started to show. Her lack of genuine passion and understanding of the concept became apparent. She was trying to replicate something she didn't fully grasp, and it showed in the way her platform functioned, or didn't function, more accurately. Meanwhile, I was working tirelessly on my own platform. I refined every detail, ensuring that it was a true reflection of my vision and passion. I also reached out to several artisans and small business owners I had been planning to collaborate with, explaining my story and asking for their support. Most of them were appalled by Taylor's actions and agreed to work exclusively with me. But I wasn't just focusing on building my platform. I was also preparing for the inevitable confrontation. Taylor may have stolen my idea, but she couldn't steal my work ethic or my determination to succeed. When I finally launched my platform, the response was overwhelming. Customers and artisans alike appreciated the attention to detail and the genuine sense of community I had worked so hard to create. Within weeks, my platform began to gain traction, quickly overshadowing Taylor's lackluster attempt. But Taylor wasn't done. As soon as she realized her platform was floundering, she called me, acting as if nothing had happened. "Chloe," she said, her voice dripping with feigned sweetness, "I see your platform is doing really well. Congratulations. I was thinking maybe we could merge our efforts, combine our businesses. It would be so much better if we worked together." I couldn't believe her audacity. After everything she had done, she still thought I would want to work with her? "Taylor," I said, my voice calm but firm, "you made your choice when you stole my idea and tried to pass it off as your own. I'm not interested in working with someone who doesn't respect me or my hard work. I've moved on, and so should you." She tried to argue, but I wasn't having it. I ended the conversation and blocked her number. I had no intention of letting her weasel her way back into my life or my business. But Taylor didn't give up easily. She started spreading rumors about me, telling anyone who would listen that I had stolen the idea from her. It was infuriating, but I knew the truth was on my side. I had the evidence to prove that the idea was mine from the start, and I wasn't afraid to use it, if necessary. One day, I received a message from a mutual friend who had been caught in the middle of the drama. She told me Taylor was planning to take legal action against me, claiming I had infringed on her intellectual property. At first, I was furious. How dare she try to turn the tables on me? But then I realized this could be an opportunity to put an end to her schemes once and for all. I hired a lawyer and presented all the evidence I had collected. My lawyer assured me that I had a strong case, and if Taylor actually went through with her threats, she would only embarrass herself in court. When Taylor's lawyer reached out to mine, it didn't take long for them to realize the futility of their case. The evidence was overwhelmingly in my favor, and Taylor quickly dropped her threats of legal action. But I wasn't done. I decided to take things a step further. Taylor's actions had cost me time, money, and emotional energy, and I wasn't going to let her get away with it. My lawyer sent her a cease and desist letter, demanding that she shut down her platform immediately and issue a public apology for her actions. Taylor fought back at first, refusing to comply. But as my platform continued to grow and hers continued to falter, she eventually had no choice. She shut down her website and posted a vague apology on social media, admitting she had made mistakes and hurt people she cared about. It wasn't the full admission of guilt I had hoped for, but it was enough for me to move forward. With Taylor finally out of the picture, I was able to focus entirely on growing my platform and building the community I had envisioned from the start. The momentum was incredible. Word of mouth spread quickly, and soon, my platform became the go-to place for people who wanted to support small businesses and find unique handmade products. But even as my business flourished, the sting of Taylor's betrayal lingered. It wasn't just about the business idea. It was about the trust she had shattered. She had been someone I considered a friend, someone I had confided in and shared my dreams with. To have her turn around and use that trust against me was a painful reminder of how cruel people could be when blinded by greed. I took comfort in the fact that I had handled the situation with integrity. I hadn't stooped to her level, even when I had every reason to. Instead, I had channeled my energy into proving her wrong, not with words, but with actions. And that's exactly what I did. Months passed, and my platform continued to thrive. I launched new features, partnered with more artisans, and even started hosting live events where customers could meet the creators behind the products they loved. It was everything I had dreamed of and more, and the support from my community was overwhelming. As for Taylor, I heard through the grapevine that she had moved on to other ventures, none of which were particularly successful. Her reputation had taken a hit after her failed attempt to steal my idea, and people were wary of trusting her. I didn't take any pleasure in her downfall, but I couldn't deny the satisfaction of knowing she hadn't gotten away with her betrayal. One day, I received an email from someone I didn't recognize. The subject line read, "An apology I owe you." Curious, I opened the email and was shocked to see it was from Taylor. "Chloe," she wrote, "I don't expect you to forgive me, but I wanted to apologize. What I did to you was wrong, and I realize now how much I hurt you. I was jealous of your talent and your vision, and I let that jealousy drive me to do something I'm deeply ashamed of. I've had a lot of time to reflect on my actions, and I understand why you cut me out of your life. You were right to do so. I hope you can find it in your heart to at least read this and know that I truly regret what I did. I stared at the email for a long time, unsure of how to feel. On one hand, her words felt genuine, and it was clear she had spent time reflecting on her mistakes. On the other hand, the damage she had caused couldn't be undone with a single email. In the end, I decided not to respond. It wasn't out of spite, but because I had moved on, and reopening that chapter of my life felt unnecessary. Taylor's apology was for her own peace of mind, and I didn't need to validate it. Instead, I continued focusing on the people who had stood by me and supported my vision. Looking back, the experience taught me several valuable lessons. I learned the importance of protecting my ideas and being cautious about who I trusted. But I also learned that resilience and integrity are more powerful than any betrayal. To anyone watching this who has faced betrayal or sabotage, let me say this: your strength lies in how you respond. Don't let someone else's actions define you. Rise above it, stay true to yourself, and let your success speak louder than their schemes. Thank you for watching my story. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more. Until next time.